Earlier in the week, I took a trip to Newcastleton in the Scottish borders to ride Hidden Valley and Swarf Hill, two freshly revamped sections of flow trail. Keep watching to see just how much fun they are. It's been a long time since I've visited Newcastle, and a lot has been done in recent years to improve the trails and make them work harder for the community. In the good old days, riders would drive through the village, up to Dykecrofts and park at the old visitor centre, close to the former Trailhead. Whereas nowadays, visitors are encouraged to park in Newcastle itself and ride into the forest via Whithoff, which extends what was quite a short trail and places you right in the centre of Newcastleton's amenities. The outbound leg of the trail passes over Little Water and on past the local outdoor activity centre before arriving at the skills area. Whilst the skills area is an optional detour, it's worth taking a look to see what kind of technical features you might find out in the forest. Beyond the skills area, the trail settles into the familiar format of Fire Road, punctuated by fleeting sections of single track. I'll get there eventually. Just adjusting stuff, that's all. Cameras. Was there a sweepstake? Oh, you guys! The new look Hidden Valley Upper is the trail's first notable descent. The section is now wider, smoother and faster than before, and that makes it a blast to ride. Pay close attention, before the start of the lower section of Hidden Valley, there's an overgrown path that leads back to the top of the trail. Unfortunately, we had to take a detour around the lower section of Hidden Valley because it had been occupied by an angry buzzard. This section links posts 34 and 35. I don't know if it has a name, but I do know that the last time that I rode it, the trail meandered through a sea of ankle-high stumps, a stark contrast to today's vibrant growth. Swarf Hill used to be the trail's grand finale, but since the trailhead moved into Newcastleton, it's become a very entertaining intermission. The section is a little over half a kilometre long, and, like Hidden Valley Upper, the new look Swarf Hill is fast and smooth. The rollers are the perfect distance to gap, and the flow is incredible. This used to be it. Turn left at the next fire road to drop in on Swarf Hill again, or turn right at the one beyond to return to the old trailhead. Now though, we've still got a way to go. We're on the return leg and back on the fire road again, but there are still a few descents to ride before we get back to Newcastle. The first is called Cadround. It's a narrow, loose section that links posts 40 and 41. To be frank, this is my least favourite descent. The corners are flat and every twist feels as though you're about to be thrown from the trail. Despite the aggressive tread of my minions and low tyre pressures, grip was still elusive. To finish on this descent would have been to finish on a low. Thankfully, we had more descents ahead of us. Not even on the trail. From the fire road, we rejoined the outbound leg at post 15. This was the start of a single track climb, and at post 17 the trail levelled out and forked. For the return leg, we turned right. The trail was beautiful. Although the gradient was slight and we did have to crank through some parts, it was calm and smooth.
Perfect.
The single track brought us to Priest Car Park and another section of fire road, this time our final climb before the descent back to Newcastleton. Having never ridden this part of the trail before, I was hopeful that it would be a fitting final fling, but only time would tell. the last leg was certainly likeable, the highlight of the ride for me had been Hidden Valley Up. In reality, Hidden Valley Upper and Swarf Hill are only a stone's throw from each other, and you could spend the best part of a day sessioning one or both of them. However, is Newcastleton the place to visit? Absolutely. It doesn't get nearly as much traffic as the Tweed Valley, but that's part of its charm. There may be a little too much fire road, but you could, and probably have, said that about every trail centre you've ever visited. The fact is, a lot of work has gone into these trails and a lot of soul too, and it shows. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you do, and you click the bell icon, you'll be amongst the first to know about new Meant for Descent content. If you've enjoyed watching, please also give this video a thumbs up.